Chicken soup is probably one of the most comforting dishes you possibly can make. I'm going to show you a version from Italy. This is something that my best friend's nonna showed me how to make, and I love it because it's so simple. It's a combination of self-raising flour and Parmesan buttermilk to make the dumplings, and then we pop it in a beautiful broth. Now, we need to get on with the broth first, so use 1 whole chicken. I've got a large pot ready to go with some cold water. Now, when you're making a broth like this, you never want to add the chicken to hot water. It always needs to start off cold, and we need to bring the temperature up. So 1 whole chook, I'm just going to take off a little bit of the excess fat around the cavity. You don't need to take too much off because it's going to give our broth some flavour. And then we'll pop our chook straight into the cold water so it's completely submerged. Now for some aromatics. Now I'm going to keep it really basic by just adding a generous amount of thyme, but you can take it further with other herbs such as parsley, and bay leaves work a real treat too. We'll pop that in the water, and 2 large carrots that I'll cut in half so they fit into the pot. And 1 onion that I'm going to pierce with some cloves. Now these cloves are going to perfume the onion, which then will perfume our beautiful stock. All right, that goes in whole. And now we're going to turn the heat on. Now just a small pinch of salt, we'll season it again later, and then bring this to the boil. You'll see many impurities coming to the surface of this, so we want to skim off that until we get a beautiful clean broth. This is going to take about 20 minutes for it to start developing those impurities, so keep an eye on it, then we'll pop the lid on it and just let it cook away for, like I said, an hour and a half. Cooking for an hour and a half and it's ready. It smells delicious and the chicken is falling off the bone. So now we need to take the whole chicken out of our broth. If it breaks up a bit, it's really not the end of the world because I am going to shred it and just drain out any of the liquid in that cavity there, and then we'll pop that onto a plate, and we just want it to cool down a little bit before we start to shred it. What I'll do when it does cool is discard all of the fat there and the bones and then shred it into small little pieces ready for the soup right at the end. Now I need to strain this soup so we don't have any of those thyme stalks in it, and we'll just turn the heat off for a moment. Just got a strainer on another pot, and then we'll just carefully pour that. We do want to reserve those vegetables and that onion. And look at that. That is what I like to call liquid gold. It smells divine. You can see some of the bones will be in there, so that's why we do need to strain that. And then we'll reserve our little carrots on the side. This is my favourite way of eating carrots, would you believe? I love how sweet they become after cooking for a long time. Again, it's one of those things that reminds me of my childhood. I love it. And that onion that we added at the beginning, you can see how soft it's become. Again, very sweet, just like those carrots. But we do want to take out those little cloves because they've done their job and perfumed our broth. Take that off. Now just remove this strainer, put that to the side. And now we're going to place our broth back onto the stove and just bring it to a gentle simmer. Now I'm going to have a taste of the broth to see if we need some salt. Oh, so good. It is so good, but it does need a salt, and the salt is going to bring out that beautiful chicken flavour. So in with a few generous sprinkles, and we'll mix that up and let that dissolve. Now, while our broth is simmering again, we can start with our dumplings. Super easy recipe to remember. In a bowl, 2 cups of self-raising flour, and I've measured that out. And Nonna would add some beautiful Parmesan cheese. So it not only binds it, but we get that lovely umami flavour, that savoury flavour that we all talk about these days. So 2 large handfuls, or about 50 grams. Along with a good pinch of nutmeg. And I'm using nutmeg because this is the classic way she would do it, but you could also use some ground cloves to almost reiterate that flavour that we added to the onions. Now we'll just give that a really quick mix with a spoon. I'm going to season it with a very small amount of salt. We've got the salt in the broth and also the salt from the Parmesan, and I like a generous crack of pepper. Now for the liquid, I'm not adding any eggs to this dumpling. There's so many different varieties of dumplings you can do. I'm just adding some buttermilk, and this is going to give them a really nice light texture. So in the middle, we'll just make a well, and we want around 3/4 of a cup to 1 cup of buttermilk. Depending on your flour, it may need a little bit more. The consistency that we're looking for is a sticky dough. So slowly add in the buttermilk, mix in the sides. See how it's a little bit sticky? That's what we're looking for. And because we use that self-raising flour, they're going to fluff up a little bit. They're not going to be those perfect dumplings. I want them to be almost like clouds sitting in this broth. So this has come back up to the boil, so let's start making these. They're going to take about 8 to 10 minutes to cook. You want them to be a little bit plump and spring back. Now I'm turning this broth down because I don't want this to be rapidly boiling. If it's boiling a lot, these dumplings will break up, and we want them to hold their sort of cloud-like shape. So I'm using 2 spoons, and they will expand quite a lot because of the gluten content in it. And then we just gently dollop them in to the soup. Now they'll fall to the bottom, and then they'll start to rise. So I'll put a few more in. And you may need to do this in batches, and you can place them in the soup bowl and just warm them up when you put that hot broth over them. Just don't overcrowd the pot. So using a big pot like this is a great idea. So you can do about 6 or 7 at a time. And that's plenty for the first batch. So the lid goes on. I'm going to check them in about 6 to 8 minutes, which gives me just enough time to start chopping up these soft vegetables and shredding our chicken. Okay, you can see how much meat comes off one whole chicken. This is going to feed a lot of people, so it's a really cost-effective dinner. And I'm not going to put this straight back into the broth. You can if you like, or I'm just going to show you how to portion up one. I love the brown meat and a mixture of the white meat, so leg meat and breast meat. Pop that in the center of the bowl, along with some of those yummy carrots, and the sweet onion can go in there too. And then let's have a look at these dumplings, see how much they've risen. Oh, look at that. They've expanded so much too. That is exactly how they should be. And you can see little speckles of thyme in there. That's completely fine. It's going to give it some flavour. So just very carefully, with a slotted spoon, take one of the dumplings out and delicately place it into the bowl. I think 2 dumplings per portion. Another one can sit over there. And then now all we need to do is grab a generous ladleful of this gorgeous broth and pour it straight over the top. If it's really cold outside, it's windy, it's rainy, this is the dish that I crave the most. These delicate, soft dumplings, see how soft they are, and that gorgeous broth. It's going to be piping hot, so be careful. It's hot, but I'll tell you what, it's the ultimate comfort food right there in that bowl. Yummo.